Hello everyone, I'm called Harisu Fanrekongna. I'll be presenting on my progress for the project Passport Reset via email for this midterm evaluation. I will first of all start by giving the outline on how I will like explain how I've been able to work so far till this midterm. Now the outline, I have only two items on my outline, which is like going to be the work done and the work still to be done for the remaining 3 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks. So moving straight to the work done, I so far have been able to create and add a data field by name email to the user table. Then I also created and added a data field activation key to the user table. By creating this data field, I mean the necessary modules have already been created and those. Then I also added method to retrieve user by email as well as the activation key. Then I created a random token which I hash it. Then I gave it an expiry time, after which I persist it to the database. And I also created the necessary method to verify the provided token and make sure it has not expired. Then I went further to write some tests to test the implementation. For the part of adding a data field email to the user table, the data field was added because it is going to hold the email to be used for password reset. That is the email with token, so that when they use that can so that's the email that will use to store the email, so that when the user demands a password reset, we are going to send the token to this particular email, so that the user can actually just click the link sent within the email, and then you'll be able to have access to. If the link is verified, then the user can now be able to post his new credentials to the endpoint. Now, for the activation key, the data field is there to hold the hash of the generated token with alongside the timestamp, so that when the user makes from the email that was sent, when the user clicks on the token, the generated token link, we are going to receive the token that has been clicked. Then we rehash it, verify now with the one that is currently in our database to make sure that it matches, so we can know we are dealing with a user that exists. Then even though the activation key is modeled on the user table, it is not accessed directly from the user table. To access it, we actually need to pass through the login credentials. So I mapped it from the user table to the login credentials, so it's accessible only through the login credentials. Then I also have, for the add get user by email and activation key, these methods are there to actually, when you request for a password reset, either using your username or email. I even though I've not written the username on my presentation, it takes care of both username and email, so you can actually demand for a password reset by providing your username or email. Then the user takes this email, verifies that the user with that particular email exists, then it forwards the activation key. It generates an activation key, save it, then forward the unhashed version of it to the user through email. Then the next part is the work still left to be done. Work left to be done is to send an email with the already generated token. Then as well add custom method to call the already available password reset which OpenMRS has, and then with the necessary parameters that have been supplied in the request. Then I also have to add endpoints to the REST module to communicate with the core and the new functionalities that I've added. Then I will have to send the email with the generated token. Then add custom method to reset, add then the last thing will be testing of the entire work. Even though I've written testing here, as I've been coding alongside unit testing, so this is just like an overall assurance to make sure that everything works as expected. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you, everyone.